Cowboys schedule release party will be later on tonight. Some of the games are being leaked, which is cool. And all I can say is the players just got to be ready. Fans, we can do our job. We can do our job, hype up, pump up. Everything out there with the Dallas Cowboys, of course, affiliations and buying merch and beyond. We gonna do that. That's the Cowboys way. Matter of fact, I believe they got a road in Frisco that says Cowboys way. And when we think about it, yes, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Dallas Cowboys, the defending Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers, by the way. One can argue and say, man, that might be the most viewed game, the highest rated game for the entire month. That first one, right? And we understand. Oh, the Thanksgiving game, the Dallas Cowboys versus the Raiders. Everybody, mama, uncle, cousin will be ready to watch that one as well, right? And I heard the Vikings, Cowboys will be on Halloween and a whole bunch of things you can throw in between, right? That's just how it goes. Everybody going to be pumped up and can't wait to watch the Dallas Cowboys versus whoever. Now, they could have got greedy with it a little bit and put Dallas Cowboys versus any other team for their opening week, and I guarantee you they would have got the same rate of returns or more. But it's the Dallas Cowboys versus Tom Brady and company, and one can argue that, man, oh man, the NFL did a wonderful job in creating that atmosphere. Because think about it. Think about it, the Hall of Fame game, the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Dallas Cowboys at that Hall of Fame game. Cowboys playing more preseason games than any other team this year, the Dallas Cowboys and the Steelers, if they allow that game to happen that day, which will be cool. I just want these players to be ready. The fans, we're going to do our jobs, basically. We're going to do our job, sharing and telling people how about them Cowboys and beyond. Oh, and the Four Ladder Network, they're going to do their job as well, because you know they're going to be talking about the Dallas Cowboys even today. Those will be the headlines, the topic lines for your mind. Yeah, that's just how it goes. Now, let's talk about these players. They can glance at that schedule when it's released. They probably already got it. But they got to be focused. Because if you're looking down the list and saying, okay, we're going to play this and play that, and you ain't ready, shoot, you might be on the outside looking in. You might be saying, man, I didn't even make the team because I'm so focused in the future. No, your moment is right now. For all of the players that's right now on this team that's trying to make this team, they need to focus on how I can learn that playbook, how I can become better versions of myself day in and day out. Who we got to play up against, these sorts of things. All of that, if you can contextualize it, plays a major role in it, regardless of how we look at it. Cowboy Nation, that's the truth. Now, we got a young defensive team. We got a new defensive coordinator. And one thing I would tell everybody from right here, it sounds good right now of what they did in the collegiate levels. But now that it's grown man football, they're going to have to be so ready and in tune and being on the same page. Defense sometimes takes time to gel. Now, the shortcut to it might be to go out there and grab that veteran guy that's floating around, bring them in for a cup of coffee to elevate some of these guys. Now, there's always a, hate to say it, con and pro to it, because you bring in a veteran guy, you lose rep, but you gain experience. Now, with the younger guys, you might can gain snap count, reps, and these sorts and understanding, but they may be learning it a wrong way. And they probably, hear me out, not digesting what these coaches are saying. And some people want it tangible, whereas they can see it. So those are the situations that can happen when you're trying to develop and build a team on the defensive side of the coin with younger guys. But you got to be patient enough to say, okay, this kid is getting it now. This kid is learning better now. And that takes time. And this football season is a fickle process. The off season is long, but yet it's short because you're not able to do the things that you used to do in the 80s and the 90s, right? Those practices used to be a little bit more intense. So now everything is back lackadaisy, a little laissez-faire here and there. But the schedule is the schedule. In order for these boys to get ready, somebody got to set the tone and the pace and say, hey, the Super Bowl is won during the off season. Although it's scheduled in the near future, we got to make sure that we know our individual stuff. And you get majority of that, what I just said, from a veteran, not from a rookie who's coming in, because they're so wet and green. Man, it's just going to be one of those things. When I say wet behind the ear, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? So it's a long uphill battle, and the Dallas Cowboys must stay focused, which will be a difficult task, by the way, because everything is marketed, promoted for show, for flash, for flavor. And that's something that hopefully that by these young guys being so new to the situation that they just don't know. And that will be our only saving grace. If these guys just don't know and they get out there and they compete and they fight and they scratch and they claw, that will be the only hope, believe it or not. That they don't buy into what the media is saying, and they don't buy into the hype. And say, oh, look at all the primetime games. They shouldn't know about that. They should be only focused in. Because when that schedule come out, they're going to be primetime game here, primetime game there. Oh, man, we play against this team. We play against that team. The last time we played against such and such. Now, they need to erase that out of their minds, right? So we'll talk about this on some more levels a little later on. But post me your thoughts about the Dallas Cowboys versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, week 1, day 1, game 1. Post me your thoughts and concerns about the Dallas Cowboys versus the Raiders and whoever else, if you guys got some of that more leaked information stuff. And we'll do a full video a little later on when we have everything in front of us. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys. Let's go. Let's go. We out. Peace. My dog said.